And we are back with you live here in the practice courts. We have two former champions practicing side by side, Maria Sharapova and Venus Williams. Venus will have the second match on stadium court in the iconic Arthur Ashe Stadium, that kicking off just after the conclusion of Stan Wawrinka and Grigor Dimitrov, the number 8 seed. Wawrinka and Dimitrov starting at noon Eastern. Venus just took the court. If you're out and around the grounds, make sure you head over to the practice courts throughout the day. All the top pros scheduled to be practicing live. Venus, a 7-time Grand Slam champion, of course. The 2000 and 2001 back-to-back U.S. Open champion. She defeated her sister Serena in straight sets in the finals in 2001. She's also a 14-time doubles Grand Slam champion alongside her sister Serena. Serena will be playing in the first match of the nightcap tonight. Serena and Rafa Nadal both scheduled to play this evening. Venus Williams also a 4-time gold medalist, including the 2000 Sydney Games singles gold medal. Venus with her hitting partner Jermaine Jenkins, brother of Serena Williams' hitting partner Jaromir Jenkins. Venus just getting warmed up. A lot of the top pros who are playing today coming out to the stadium courts early this morning, or the practice courts now throughout the day, for just a quick practice session before their match. We saw Simona Halep take the court for just around 15 minutes. Andy Murray out there for about 20 minutes. Both of them scheduled to play today. Halep just taking the court now. See the players moving through their progressions pretty quickly. Practice courts are hard to come by now, especially in the early rounds. So many players out and around the grounds. Venus moving right into cross-court forehand to forehand. Rallies with her hitting partner Jermaine Jenkins. Let us know in the comments your picks to win both the men's and women's singles title. Let us know the matches you're most looking forward to seeing here in opening day of the 50th U.S. Open, historic U.S. Open. Joe in the comments rooting for Venus to capture her 8th singles Grand Slam title. It would be her first since 2008 when she won the Wimbledon title, her second straight Wimbledon title. She defeated her sister Serena in that final as well, 7-5, 6-4. At her last singles Grand Slam title, but of course taking home the 2016 Wimbledon doubles final. Venus coming into the tournament ranked number 16 in the world, of course a former world number 1 back in the early 2000s. Venus and Serena in the same quarter of the draw, so we could see an early round matchup between the two of them. Also a possible earlier than anticipated matchup between one of them, and world number one Simona Halep, who's fresh off of her first Grand Slam, coming at the French this year. Nelda in the comments saying, "We love you, Venus." A lot of Venus fans in the comments, of course, always one of the more popular players on tour, one of the legendary players in American tennis history. There was a huge line outside the main gates before they were officially opened at 9:30 Eastern this morning. Thousands of fans eager to get inside, start watching the players practice. Of course, we'll have live coverage throughout the tournament with you. Venus now starting to open up the court a little bit. Just to her left, former champion Maria Sharapova. Anita in the comments rooting for Venus. Rich in the comments picking Roger Federer to win the men's singles title. Fed hasn't won one since 2008, but looking to win his 6th overall U.S. Open title. Roger in the comments rooting for Venus as well. Venus now quickly moving up in the court and taking some volleys. As we said, players quickly moving through their more extended version of the pre-match warm-up you'll see when they take the court for their first round battles. Players just trying to get their rhythm, get their timing, get adjusted to the conditions out here today. Warm day here in Flushing Meadows, but with a bit of a breeze. Certainly cooler than anticipated. Venus now working them right around the service line, keeping her footwork quick, short, and closing in closer to the net. Now switching to the backhand side. Venus working on getting those volleys deep and through the court. You see that one landing within a foot of the baseline. She'll use that transition volley to try and get her opponent out of position on their back foot, hopefully leaving the next ball up in the air for her to close in and put away. Lisa in the comments saying, I thought I'd drop by for a quick glimpse. Now I'm going to be on here forever. Love it. Thank you, Lisa. We appreciate all of you tuning in at home all around the world. Venus finishing up, warming up her volleys now, taking a quick break. Most likely to see her come out and work on some serves and returns, maybe play a couple of points, and that'll be it for the quick practice session. Of course, she will be on court relatively soon, the second match. On court, she drew a tough first-round matchup against another former champion, Svetlana Kuznetsova. That match will be in Arthur Ashe Stadium following the conclusion of Grigor Dimitrov against Dan Wawrinka. Certainly no shortage of champions playing around the grounds today in this 50th anniversary of the U.S. Open. Venus's last U.S. Open title in 2001, one of the most impressive performances of her career. She won the tournament without dropping a set, including a vicious defeat over her sister Serena 6-2, 6-4 in the final. Venus came into the tournament as the 4 seed, but handily took home the title. Trisha in the comments rooting for Venus. Judith rooting for Venus as well. Jennifer commenting her support for Serena. Let us know your picks to win the men's and women's singles title. Want to hear all your predictions with the matches just underway. Taking you around the ground, Simona Halep broken early in her match against Kanepi. Kanepi serving up 2-1 on Louis Armstrong Stadium. Svitolina, the 7 seed, also broken early by Vickery, the American, down. Vickery up 2-1 serving. Milos Raonic up 2-1 on serve on court 5, former Grand Slam finalist. Jack Sock with a fast start out here on court 17, 18th seeded American up 3-0. Of course, this is just the first set of matches to take the court action all day long. Jennifer commenting, watching from Toronto. Thank you to everyone for joining us all around the world. If you're in the New York area, make sure you come out to the Open. It'll be an exciting next 2 weeks. Mirsad commenting, the commentator has a pleasant voice. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Venus now warming up her serves, hitting her spots, a couple down the tee, a couple body serves, a couple out wide. Venus now taking a couple second serves, working on kick serve out wide. Jennifer commenting, what do you think of Roger Federer this year? How do you think Roger is playing? Roger's had an interesting practice week thus far. I thought he looked great in the opening days. Yesterday he was a bit frustrated with himself on court. He was playing a couple practice sets and you saw a couple more unforced errors than I think we're typically used to, but of course it's still practice week and we know when the lights are shining and the fans are in the crowd and Roger is in Arthur Ashe Stadium that there are few in the world that can beat him. Of course, a 20-time Grand Slam champion. Toughest thing for Roger will be his draw. He has a possible third-round matchup with Nick Kyrgios, one of the most talented players on tour, and then a possible quarterfinal matchup against Novak Djokovic, a former champion in himself, those two falling in the same quarter of the draw. Federer played a practice set with countryman Stan Wawrinka a couple days ago in Arthur Ashe Stadium. It looked great. Both he and Stan playing very high-level tennis coming into the tournament. Jasmine in the comments saying, go Venus. Venus now switching sides. Just a quick warm-up for all the players, especially the ones playing early in the day. We'll see later today Rafa Nadal and Juan Martín Del Potro get on the practice courts in their final preparation for their first round battles. We'll be bringing those live. Rafa on court at roughly 4 p.m. Eastern. Juan Martín Del Potro just following him at 5 p.m. Eastern for their respective practice sessions. Rafa will be taking the court this evening, as will Juan Martín Del Potro, both of them playing in the night sessions in Arthur Ashe and Louis Armstrong Stadium, respectively. 2 courts of night action going on in this year's U.S. Open. Venus taking another break as her hitting partner Jenkins warms up his serve a bit. Just next to Venus on the first court, Maria Sharapova working on some of her trademark swinging volleys. Venus now coming in to take some overheads. We've seen a lot of players, both on the men's and women's side, work on trying to be as offensive as possible in their practice sessions. A lot of work on driving the ball through the court, stepping in, and being as aggressive with their footwork as possible. Comment saying, yes, Venus, great stream, thank you. Venus now hitting some returns. Beautiful return there from Venus, stretching out wide and cracking a forehand return deep down the line. Venus trying to take those returns as early as possible. You see her taking a big step and a hop, split step into the court, hitting with her weight going forward, driving the ball deep into the court. Never a quiet moment here in Flushing Meadows. Or in New York altogether, I should say. Venus firing on all cylinders on the return. You see her hitting partner, Jenkins, start to put a little more pace on those serves. Venus still being aggressive with her footwork, split stepping far into the court. Jody in the comments saying, "Go Venus." Nali in the comments saying, what time the first official match begins? The first matches are underway, kicking off at 11 a.m. Eastern. Simona Halep playing right now over on Louis Armstrong, the world #1. American Jack Sock, the 18th seed, playing on court 17. And Arthur Ashe Stadium will kick off play in just under a half hour with Stan Wawrinka and Grigor Dimitrov facing off. Tennis all day long. Our question of the day, what are your predictions in the Battle of U.S. Open Champions? Let us know in the comments your answer. What's your prediction for the Battle of U.S. Open Champions to come? Just as Venus Williams and Svetlana Kuznetsova. Venus, the 2000, 2001 U.S. Open champ. Svetlana, the 2004 U.S. Open champ, will be facing off in the first round in Arthur Ashe Stadium. Second match on court. What are your predictions? Another battle of former top 5 players in the world coming tonight when Rafa Nadal faces off against David Ferrer. Omer in the comments saying, hoping Garbiñe wins. We saw Garbiñe Margarita practicing yesterday on Louis Armstrong and was striking the ball beautifully. Margarita, of course, now multiple-time Grand Slam champion and perennially one of the top players in the world. Jennifer asked, when does Serena play? Serena will be the first match in the nightcap tonight. That's starting around 8 p.m. Eastern. Again, stay tuned with us all day long. We'll be bringing you every top pros practice session live as they prepare for their first round battles. 4 p.m. Eastern this afternoon. We'll see defending champ Rafa Nadal, followed by Juan Martín Del Potro hitting the practice courts at 5 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you come back with us for that. Joey Brander with you here all tournament long. Stay tuned.